We are doing a Year 9 Season 1 tier list. It's finally happening. I've played enough of the new Year 9 update to test and try out all the new operators and all the new changes that have finally come. So we're going to go through every single one. I'm going to try and speed and rush through it, but I'll try and go into detail on each one as best as can. Let's jump straight into the first one. So start with Ace. I mean, I'm going to put him straight in the very top tier. He's easily one of the best operators in Rainbow Six Siege. He's literally got the AK-12, which is an incredible gun, and his ability is just incredibly good. I'm gonna put Alibi down here. I feel like she can be good in specific areas, like certain maps. If you're in a higher rank, she's not very good. Oh, Amaru's gotta go down here. Very bad operators. Hardly any instances where she'll be good unless you're doing a crazy rush, but that most of the time it's just a stupid decision. So next up we got Aruni. I feel like her gun is literally so good and her ability is overlooked. Like, it's incredibly good, her ability. Her little lasers on the wall, it's so good. Ash got the R4C with the 2.5 scope. Oh, I'm gonna put her here. She is consistently good, but she doesn't provide much utility at all. I'm gonna be honest, like, she only has 2 breaching charges and that's it. Okay, where do I put her? I mean, her assault rifle is really good and her ability is really good as well, but it has been nerfed where you can shoot it to destroy her Kiba barriers. You can literally shoot them to destroy them now, so she has had a bit of a nerf. I would have put her up here. I'll put it down with Ash in the C tier. Bandit. I feel like Bandit just gets blown under the rug now. Now we've got Cade and Tuberal, Mute. I feel like he's just not as good. The MP7 is one of my favourite guns, but his ability, it's just not that good. So I'm going to stick him in the middle section here. Blackbeard, I'll put him down here. He's bad, not useless, but there are better choices. Like, if you're choosing Blackbeard, half the time you don't know what you're doing. Like, there's very rare instances where he's good, like hardly any. I can't think of one off the top of my head where I'd think, yeah, Blackbeard's a good choice. I don't think there's a single map where Blackbeard is a good choice. I feel like his shield needs a buff and he needs some changes. Blitz, oh my days, he has had a stupid buff. I feel like he isn't getting enough love at the moment. It's between A and B tier now. I'm going to put him here just because he doesn't provide a huge amount of utility, but he is an incredibly good operator and he is very strong. You can literally hide behind your shield now, reload, you can do whatever you want. The buff is incredibly good to shields. Brava, easily at the top. I don't think people realize how good Brava is. She can literally hack almost every single gadget on the map. Basically everything electrical you can hack, and she has 2 drones as well, so you get an extra 2 drones, and her gun with the 2.5 is pretty good. Buck, oh my god, I can't stick them all in the A tier, can I? Buck's got to go up here. I really love Buck. Buck is the best soft breacher easily. His assault rifle is so good. As long as you can control the recoil on it, he is incredibly good. So Buck, I would stick him in the A tier. Capital, he would have been way higher. They have recently just nerfed it where you can't shoot his crossbow bolts through the bullet holes anymore. So he has had a bit of a nerf. So I'm going to stick him down here. Or maybe here. Yeah, I'm going to stick him down here. I've changed my mind. He's not the greatest. He's okay. Castle is really good, I can't lie, but I feel like a lot of people play Castle completely wrong. They need to watch some tutorials on YouTube on how to properly play Castle, because people just barricade everybody in the box on the site and that's it, and you're boxed in and you're screwed. You need to understand how Castle can be used to an advantage. So as long as you know how to use Castle, I'd put him up here easily. Kavira, absolute dog. She is terrible. Her gun's terrible, ability's useless, very useless, and yes, unless you actually get someone down, even if you get them down, it takes 5 seconds just to interrogate them and you're just stuck in that animated position where you're completely vulnerable. Flash, he can be good. We'll stick him in the middle. He can be good, but I just feel like there are better operators to pick, and he can be good in certain maps and certain bomb sites. Doc, ooh, I've got to stick him up here. He's an incredibly good operator, especially now he's had that buff a little while ago. The KB, she is having some changes coming soon. I don't know if they have dropped by the time of this video, but I think she is getting a nerf soon. I'm not 100% sure what the nerf is. She's got to go up there for now. She is so strong, but I'm glad she is having a nerf because her DMR with her ability is absolutely disgusting, especially with the 2.5 scopes that have come out now. Echo. I'm sticking Echo up here. He is really good, and a lot of the time he is swept under the rug for how good he actually is. Echo is easily one of the best operators in the game. Got a great SMG. His ability is really good. Ella, I hate to do this, but she's going down there. The Scorpion Evo has got way too much recoil, and her ability isn't that good, to be honest. I just don't think it's that good. It stuns them for a couple of seconds, but you can stun your teammates as well. I feel like there are better operators that you can pick. Fenrir, disgustingly overpowered. Please nerf Fenrir. I am begging Ubisoft. It is actually bad how good he is. It's just, I don't know what to do myself. Oh, there's so many going at the top. There's so many good operators that I think just need to be nerfed. I think yeah, I'm going to put her in A tier. She's a really good operator, Finker is. People need to start using Finker a lot more often, especially in the lower ranks. I feel like in higher ranks she is picked quite a lot. Flores sucks, to be honest. He does suck. I'm trying to think. I rarely even use this guy. Like, very rarely. He's only good in specific areas. I feel like, yeah, he's got to go there. He's down here. He's not the greatest. Frost is going in the middle. She has had a nerf. Oh, yeah, she has had a nerf where they can get up themselves. Frost is coming down here. Frost is pretty terrible at the moment, I feel like. Fuse. Yes, very situational operator. Fuse can be absolutely disgusting in certain bomb sites and certain maps where you can literally wipe out teams, but it's very few maps that he is actually really good on. And plus he's got the AK-12. Can't really complain about that. Glaz, yeah, I'll stick Glaz down here. I feel like snipers on Rainbow Six Siege are just stupid. It's literally one-shot headshot. You got good accuracy, you don't need a sniper. I don't know, I just don't really like the idea of a sniper. There's not really an ability, really, apart from the actually, he has got the thermal. But yeah, I'll stick him up. Just because of the thermal, he can be good in certain maps, like Chalet, if you want to plant in the garage door down at the bottom site. Goyo, we'll stick Goyo up here. That Vector with a 2.5 scope is actually nuts. If you haven't watched my latest video on Goyo, please go and watch how disgusting this operator is. I think it should be out now. I've done the top 6 best operators in Rainbow Six Siege for year 9, and Goyo is on there, and he is disgustingly good, and I do show off how good he is. Gridlock. I feel like Gridlock's just got to go down here. I don't know. Nah, Gridlock's going down here. I really don't like Gridlock, to be honest with you. Grim has had a buff. Still feel like he's a little bit useless, so he's got to come down here. Hibana can be good, and she has got a really good assault rifle, and it's got a 2.5 scope on, so she is pretty good. Ayana, I've got to put Ayana up here. I'm a solo queue player. I play solo a hell of a lot, so Ayana is one of my favourite picks, just because of the amount of intel you can get from her. IQ is such an underrated operator. IQ is incredibly good, especially her weaponry, like her assault rifle and her LMG is really good. You can literally see every single electric gadget there is. Like, what more could you want, bro? Next one, a bit of Jackal. Jackal is disgustingly broken as well. He is one of the best roam clearers there is. If you've got somebody roaming every game, every round, whatever, pick Jackal and that will fix your problem. Jaeger, oh, he hasn't got the 2.5 scope, but he is pretty good. I'm going to stick him here. I do really like Jaeger just for his assault rifle, and his gadget is pretty good. Cade, easily up here. One of the best counter breachers, whatever you call it. What did I just say? Yeah, Cade is very good, and he's got a really good SMG. Kali, absolute stinker. Worst operator there is. Second from Blackbeard, I'd say. Kali is just terrible all round. But she can EMP walls. We're not going to put her at the bottom. She is terrible. She can EMP walls. Other than that, absolutely useless. Capcan, I'm going to put Capcan down here. Just because he is really good on certain maps. There are some disgusting spots. I have done a video on a Capcan guide on a load of maps. If you are unsure on how to play Capcan on certain maps, I think it was Coastline I did in a few other maps. But he is really good on certain maps. Legion is incredibly good now. He's had a huge buff. And his gun is really good as well. Lion, he's a really good roam clearer. His gun stinks a little bit. I don't really like his gun. A lot of people do like it, but I just don't really like his gun. So I'm gonna go there. Only good in some instances. Maestro has had another camera. He's going up here. He's really good. Like, Maestro is disgustingly good now, but he is really sluggish and slow. Maverick. I'll stick him here with Hibana. I feel like he's on the same sort of par with Hibana. He does counter 2 Barrel, but he's still just, I think, way too slow for breaching. Especially when you're running against the time. I feel like Maverick just wastes so much time trying to break open a wall. Whereas you could just get a thermite, an ace, or a Habana on it, and it's way quicker. Melusi, she should go there. She is good in certain maps and certain instances, but I feel like it's just way too easy to walk through a wall, see it, and just shoot it straight away. It does give you like a half a second to try and shoot an enemy, and it does give you a sound cue where they are. I don't know, I don't really like Melusi. I might be getting some hate in the comments right now. I'm just not a big fan of her. Mirror, down here. She used to be insanely good, but now she's had a nerf to Ash and I think Sledge and a few other operators where they can just smash the window. Plus Twitch, I feel like she's got way too many counters now. She is just not great. She does have the Vector, and that Vector is a literal headshot machine. She's only good on certain areas, certain maps. Very rarely picked and not an overall good operator. Monty, we'll stick him down here. He can literally change around on certain maps and certain areas. So such as, let's say, on Border, he's really good for upstairs if you want to push into the room. Mozzie, disgustingly good operator. Absolutely disgustingly good operator. I wouldn't put him in A tier just because I don't think he's on that par, but he does create a huge amount of intel and he counters literally all the drones. Mute, easily A tier operator. He's disgustingly good. He stops drones, breaches, he does the lot. Like, this guy is disgustingly good. And he's got the MP5. Knock. I'll go down here. It can be good in certain areas, certain maps. But overall, I'm just not a big fan of Knock, to be honest. I feel like she's pretty useless. Nomad doesn't provide a lot for the team, apart from a bit of cover every so often. I feel like she's best for solo queuers. Not much more I can say about her. Oh my god, this guy, the big meathead. The meathead's going down here. Absolutely useless. There's no point in him. His ability's useless. His gun's alright. That's it. Osa, right at the top. Game breaking operator, easily. The fact you can have 2 shields and the PDW for 2.5 scope says it all for me. Like, Osa is disgustingly good. Pulse is good, but he can be countered by IQ. That's the only problem. He's literally wall hacks. Like, what are you going to argue with me about? The guy has wall hacks. He's incredible. Deimos. Now then, I don't know whether people are going to agree with me or be absolutely fuming with me. Do you know where I'm going to put him? He's going down here. I can't lie to you. I feel like he sounds like a really good operator, but from what I've used from him, he's just not a great roam clearer. He's good in a 1v1 situation at the end of a round, and that's it. You can use him to give callouts where a certain person is, but for roam clearing, I would pick Jackal over Deimos any day of the week, or Lion. They are both better operators. Deimos, I just feel like, is terrible. The fact you have to use your pistol as well, I'm not a big fan. I feel like he was just a bit of a disappointment. But we'll leave him there. Let me know what you think about Deimos. Ram, yeah, I think it's very situational with Ram. Like, if they're at the top floor, Ram's absolutely useless. If they're in the basement, he's pretty good. Recruit will just stick all these down at the bottom. I don't even know if they have recruits anymore. I feel like they took it out of the game. Rook. Where is the little Rook going? Rook shall go. See, he is good, but he's good consistently. Why could I not just say consistently then? What just happened? Why is Deimos' square so big as well? Why is it that big? What is going on? Rook, he literally helps out the team so much, and he does give you extra health. I'll stick him here. I feel like he can be really good, and if you're really bad, having a bad game, Rook is always a good pick to go for. So I'll stick him in the middle. He's decent. He's decent. Sens, terrible. Don't even need to explain myself. He's absolutely rubbish unless you solo queuing and trying to get a plant, but there's way better operators. I don't know why you'd pick Sens. I haven't even brought him. He's that bad. Sledge is going up here. He's not quite as good as Buck, but he's a really good operator, and his gun is really good. The L58, something like that. That's a really good operator. Smoke, again, really good operator. He can literally slow down a rush, and he can change around within seconds. And his shotgun's really good. He's great for clearing out rooms. He's great for opening up walls. Really good operator, and he's got the SMG-11. Solace is getting a nerf, but for now, Solace is A tier, but I'm glad she's getting a nerf because she is actually a broken operator for how good she is at the moment, but I'm so glad she's getting a nerf. Tachanka down here as well. Tachanka's just still not great. If you're an OG, I miss his LMG. His big LMG that you deploy down and sit on the catwalk on Clubhouse. That was disgusting strat, that was. I do miss that gun because it was a lot of fun. His ability now is still useless. Thatcher, straight at the top. Really good operator. Really, really good. I don't need to even explain myself, really. I mean, he can literally clear all electronics. And he's got a really good gun. Straight at the top of Ace, I was thinking of putting Ace down below Thermite, but I think they're about on par with each other. Thermite's gun's really good, and he can literally clear out walls. Right, Fawn, I'm going to put up here. And let's be honest, if you're dying to a Fawn, you need to sort your head out. It literally gives you about 10 years of a warning before it goes off. Thunderbird, pretty useless. She's mid. She's mid. She can heal up enemies and teammates. Gun's pretty meh. Tuber out. I'll put him up here. He's a very strong operator. His new marksman rifle with 2.5 scope is actually insane. The fact they've put a 2.5 scope on that is hitting my head. Twitch. I'll put her above average just because I do really like the F2, but it's just got too much kick. Her ability can be countered just by a couple of bullets. So I'll put her there. She can be good. Valkyrie, just below the god tier. She can be really good. She's great for intel. She's got the MPX, but she doesn't have a 2.5 scope on the MPX. That's the only letdown. But if she did have the 2.5, she would be way above god tier. She'd be absolutely broken. Vigil, put meh. He's alright. He can be good, but it's very rare that he's good. Whamike. I'm going to put him above Jaeger. And I know some people might disagree with me, but he's literally got the 2.5 scope. He's got the MP5K, and he's got 5 deployables, which are literal magnets that can kill enemies if they throw a grenade or whatever. So for that, I think he is slightly better than Jaeger, but it's personal preference really. I would always pick Whamike over Jaeger, but if Jaeger does get a 2.5, then they're getting swapped around. Warden is trash now, absolute trash. Only good if they take a Ying, and if they don't take a Ying, it's just a waste of time. He's got the MPX with no scope on it anymore. That's gone, so he's pretty useless. Like, the only thing he's blocking is flashes, and I mean, unless they pick a Ying, which you'd have to be a very good guesser at, there's no point picking him. Ying, incredibly strong operator, disgustingly strong operator. The fact you can clear out a room with, I think it's like 9 flashes or whatever, you can just lob a bunch in and there's nothing they can do. Zero, we'll put him here. He's very strong if you're solo queuing. He's great for finding out intel on where enemies are, great for watching any flanks. He's got claymores, he's got the MP7, and he's got that AR, which is really good as well, but it doesn't have that many bullets in. And finally, Zofia. I'm going to put her down here. She's not as good as Ash just because her gun did get a nerf. She does have stuns as well. Do you know what? I'll put her on par with Ash. She's on the same level as Ash. She is decent, but she's not incredible. But that's the list that I've got. Let me know what you would change and what you think I'm being an absolute idiot for. Because there might be some that I might be throwing completely under the bus, or I'm absolutely hierarchying. Like, do let me know in the comments. But other than that, if you have enjoyed, please do drop me a like, comment, and subscribe, as it does help me a lot. And I will catch you in the next one.